Welcome to Johnny Works. It's another beautiful rainy day in New England. If you could tell, the windows are all fogged up in my barn here. Anyway, temperature's rising, and I have some extra cut-off material from work that I grabbed from the finish guy. So I'm gonna make an entertainment center. I got some cabinet-grade plywood, 3/4 inch plywood with like a finished trim on one side. The other side is MDF, which I'm gonna paint. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna make a box, put some shelves in it, and teach you guys how I do it and what I use, and then I will end up painting it and hopefully get this thing set up for Christmas morning with the TV on it, if everything works out, and surprise them with a brand new 4K 49-inch TV, whatever the heck we want. All right, so here we go. All right, so here's my drawing. I try to do this, a basic drawing, anytime I'm doing something from scratch, okay? Once I figured out the material sizes that I had to use, that I had to work with, basically, I figured I would make a box, okay? So just like building a wall, I want the top where the TV's gonna sit. TV will sit on this, okay? This piece right here will go all the way full length, and then the sides will sit like studs under the top plate, just like I built a wall, okay? This is the floor on both sides. It goes up, and then the top plate sits on that for strength, okay? The bottom piece will fit in between the two legs or studs, and I'll glue and nail on both sides to hold it together, and I'll do the same. Glue and nail at the top on each side, whack them together, and then I'm gonna figure out what size I want in between here for a shelf. All right, this will be for my sound bar, because you have to have a sound bar now. And then down here, I have a couple shelves that I'm gonna put in for components. All right, so I got my box made, okay? I'm gonna take my side, right here, I'm gonna take some of this wood glue, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit this edge all the way down right here. I'm not gonna go crazy, but I'm definitely gonna put some glue, okay? I'm gonna take this thing, I'll take the side panel, I'm gonna stick it right to where it goes, all right? I'm gonna grab my gun, I'm gonna shoot this thing in. All right, so I nailed my corners, all right, glued and nailed. They're all ready to go, okay? So one thing I'll explain, I put this is the shelf for the soundbar, okay? So I have my whole box framed in, I've got that for the soundbar. You saw me take my speed square, put it on the side of this, so after I made my mark, I put it on the side and I sat it flat, okay? When that thing sits flat and tight to the top and my top's on my mark, I can nail it. Okay. Then I put that speed square flat down the side, and it's a true 90. Okay. I did it on the inside and I did it on the outside. I put a line right down here with my square. That way I know that my nails, if I just nail over a little bit off that line, I'll hit my board all the way down. I did that on both sides. Okay. Now make sure everything gets nailed up and I don't miss. All right, so I actually doubled up this middle piece, so it changed my measurement a little bit because only one side's laminated. So now I have both sides laminated, so everything matches, okay? The inside of the cabinet. The only thing is that right there, that's the underside. So when I stand this up, that'll be facing down, you won't see that part. But everything else you'll see. All this stuff will all be laminated, and then when I put my trim on and paint it, everything will look nice and pretty. All these plywooded edges right here will be covered, okay? I'll have trim coming over this, we'll cover everything up. All right, so one thing that I did do, I also used my square. I squared up down like this. That way I could make sure that I hit with my nails, like I told you earlier. And I also take my square and I can slide that thing inside and make sure that it's tight on the bottom and the top. No gaps, okay? That means this thing's pretty square, okay? That means my measurements were right. All right, so the same way I did the middle piece, I did the same thing for the sides, okay? I have this big space in between where the sound bar is and the base, the bottom part. So what I did was I found center, and I didn't think center was good enough. So I went 12 inches instead, so I could fit my components in here. I went from end to end, measured my pieces, end to end, put these in, put a couple nails in to hold them, and then I put 2 more above, one on each side and one below. That's gonna hold these things up, okay? You can nail hard from the outside, but from the inside it's kind of hard. If you have to angle your nails, you know, it's harder to do that, okay, from scratch. So after working with this material, I got the shelf going, I kind of changed my mind on the outside. So got a couple pallets with some good wood. I got to scrape a little junk off. These came from work, they're getting thrown out. So I'm gonna try to pop a couple of these off with my pry bar, try not to crack them and break them. See if I can get some of these off, and I think I'm gonna try to paint these real light. This would be like gray. I think it'll go good with that blue cabinet. So I'm gonna try to do the sides in pallet wood and the top. All right. I'm gonna start popping these apart. Now the fun part. Alright, so I'm done sanding. Now I'm going to take my spray gun thing and I'm going to spray all these down, okay? This is primer and paint, so these will get primer and paint at the same time. I'll probably have to do multiple coats, but I want to be able to see the wood through it. I don't want it to look perfect, so just palette stuff. It's going to look nice on my thing with the finished trim and everything, I'm hoping. So I'm going to spray these down. So one coat, these are oak pallets, so I didn't want, no one used pine or anything, so these are oak. We'll see how much this soaks in, I have no idea. So I did one coat of the paint and primer. I'll come back and look at it. If it looks good, I'm done. And if it needs another coat, I'll hit another coat. Alright, so I grabbed a piece of the cabinet material that I used. It's 3/4 of an inch thick, which is the same thickness as the trim I have that I was spray painting upstairs. So I'm going to use this as a guide, put it tight to the front, and when I go to nail these, I'm going to pull this board flush. Okay, I'm going to sit it against here, pull it over flush. That way when I nail this thing, I know that that overhang is going to cover this trim, which I want. That's what I want when I come up here, okay? When I finish this thing with the trim on, I want this overhang to cover the top. PL Max Loctite. Okay, this is a wood. This is for wood. It's for a lot of stuff. Concrete. There's all kinds of stuff. They make all kinds of products. So I use this so that would help secure this stuff good. And then I nailed it hard. All right. Hopefully that'll keep it all together. And the other thing, brad nail. If you don't have a compressor, I don't know. You're on your own. Hand nailing. Those screws. You could use construction screws, real small ones, or finish screws, I should say. But anyway, I used a brad nailer. I used, this is 18 gauge nails it takes, and these are little 3/4 inch nails. That way these nails would puncture this, which is about 3/8, almost a 1/2 inch, would puncture this, go into my cabinet, but not puncture through the other side, okay? Alright, so here's my pallet cabinet, my Pallet entertainment center. Alright, nice gray boards. This is the top, this is where the TV will sit. I think it actually came out pretty neat. Alright, we'll tighten that corner. Here's my blue trim that I made. Makes a nice little pop for the color. So I'll push this thing back. I got some lights that are going to go in it, and later on the TV, and then I present it to the girls for Christmas. Alright, here's my entertainment center. It's got the nice gray pallet wood. It's that nice rustic look. It's not perfect, but it looks pretty good. Nice and brad nail. I've got the PL glue holding it down so it can't warp too much, because it will warp a little bit because this stuff's been outside, even though I did let it age for a little bit, but it still will warp a little bit. And then inside I got little slits cut, if you can see those in the back for the cords. Just little ones so all the cords aren't hanging down all crazy. There you go. I can't wait to present them this TV and this nice stand for Christmas in 2 days. So for now I'm going to enjoy this glass of wine and wish everybody Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoyed the video, and cheers. Go Pats.